Hello students, just to consider a plane crash has occurred and a brother goes to identify his brother. A person goes to identify his brother where he can't identify the ring, he can't identify the watch, he can't identify the gold plate and the muscular bag will be there. Nothing will be there. What he identified, he asks his officers, "Sir, please identify my brother." Then what technique they use? They can't identify the skin, dress and metal, but they identify that person by taking the samples of the person. The accident person, the DNA fingerprinting will be taken and the relative DNA fingerprinting will be taken and they just compare by the photocopy of DNA fragment which have been identified on X-ray sheet. Okay, then identifying a person at molecular level is called DNA fingerprinting. Scientist Alec Jeffries, he introduced this concept. Now, once again you tell the definition: the process of identification of a person by molecular level. How they get identified? Remember, the 99.9% of genes in all human beings are similar. Then there is only the difference of about 0.1% of genes. Just think, we have to identify here the individual by means of these different type of gene. Again remember, gene refers to segment of DNA and again it has got nitrogen base sequence. Nitrogen base sequence. The sequence are such a way that here some of the stretch of DNA, that means it contains an hundreds or 200s or few base pair. It may be repeating, so that they call repetitive DNA. What exactly the meaning of repetitive DNA? Here the sequence of nitrogen bases, they repeats. Again, anyhow you know the meaning of prokaryotic mRNA as well as eukaryotic mRNA, where you studied the post-transcriptional process. That means after the transcription it will be undergoing changes. That's why what I am telling, the prokaryotes and eukaryotes, they differ. They differ in the arrangement of nucleic acid. In case of eukaryotes, again the exons and introns will be there. That means they are formed from the master molecule, that is DNA. Some are able to code, some are able to synthesize, and some are not able to synthesize protein. Such non-coding strength, non-coding length of a DNA is again classified into satellite, microsatellite and mini satellite. Mini satellite regions. Okay, remember, after knowing the repetitive DNA and satellite DNA, what exactly the difference? Repetitive DNA is a bulk. It cannot be separated in density gradient. It is a bulk and then it contains the base sequence for about more than hundreds, but minimum 1 to 60 base pairs constitute heavy repetition. The high repetition which do not code for protein synthesis will be helpful for identification of individual. Generally we will see there is no similarity between two individual nitrogen base sequence at this region. Particularly, we have to identify the region of DNA where the differences can be easily analyzed. By this technique, we are going to identify individual. Again, remember the mini satellites, that means untranslated regions. These are untranslated regions. Okay, non-coding for protein synthesis. These satellites have got a small repetition, that means AA, GC, TT, and again something will be there, but AA, GC, double T, AA, GC, double T. Just observe the nitrogen base. Similar nitrogen base sequence are again repeated. TC, TC, TGC, TC, and again AAGC double T. In this DNA strand, it has repeated 3 times. Highly repetitive DNA, that means segment, in the terms of nucleotide sequence, what we call these highly repetitive part of satellite is nothing but variable number of tandem repeat. The tandem word is given the known set of nucleotide sequence. The known AAGC double T. We are going to observe the same thing in the next position. That is by highly repetitive. The tandem may vary from one person to another person. If the father has got VNTR at particular locus 10 in number, then his son will have 9. Or a slight difference will be there. There is no similar VNTRs for individual. If they are not twins, okay, then remember, then based on this repeating units, they are going to identify individual. Again, these VNTRs have got polymorphism. What exactly meaning of polymorphism? Where exactly you heard this word, polymorphism? In case of Coelenterata, we used to observe sexual dimorphism. Dimorph, there are different types. Okay, then DNA segments show high rate of mutations. Because of mutations, these segments show high variant. That means it is more than 0.01 frequency in a human population. Okay, that means in a sexually reproducing group, the difference of these repeating segments will be seen. One such example I will write, AAGC, TT, AA, and then AA, GC, TT, AT. Looks like same, but it is a slightly different from one another. Okay. Look here, different form. Okay, such repeating fragments in the DNA stretch is called RFLP. RFLP, restriction, fragment, length, polymorphism. That's why in DNA fingerprinting, comparative photocopy, you will observe, consider this is the mother's DNA fingerprinting. That means the photo is obtained based on autoradiography. The radio labeled DNA probes are used, and the kid will have remember, this is father's, This is the DNA fingerprinting of child. This is of father. This is of mother. See, the mother RFLP, that means small segment of DNA having high repetition. That means the repetitive segments which can be separated by density gradient and have the nitrogen base for about 1 to 60 and shows high repetition of nitrogen bases, and these segments can be traced by means of probe. See, mother has got only this much of segment and the child has got the father RFLPs. That means these are the strand, because DNA is negatively charged and it can be easily separated. Such a separated strand gives an idea. And when compared to other kids, this kid can occupy or he can claim, I am the kid of this father. That means in more cases, DNA fingerprinting is used to parental identification, paternity. Okay, parental dispute. To solve the parental dispute, it is used. Okay, now the time to understand the steps involved in DNA fingerprinting. In India, the scientists V.K. Kashyap and Laljeet Singh are involved in generating the technique to reach many. This technique is widely used in forensic department to identify criminals. Consider there exists a murder case. At the scene 1, some samples will be left, some biological element will be left. They collect in the form of air bulb or a skin piece or a bone, blood, etc. Okay, and they check the DNA fingerprinting of doubtful individual. They are called suspects. If anyone matches with the spot, if anyone's DNA fingerprint matches with the victims or a accidental area sampled DNA fingerprinting, then he is said to be criminal. Criminals can be easily identified. In the same way, even gametes are also collected, such as in the form of vaginal swab. Okay, if the semen is fallen on the cloth, that cloth can be collected for forensic department. One for identification, and another one, DNA fingerprinting is widely used to solve the parental dispute. In hospital, the nurses used to tag the time. Baby number A1, it belongs to first patient. Sometimes they forget to put the tag or they may replace. At that time, parents usually argue, hey, this baby belongs to me. Or if all babies looks the same, at that time, hey, go for DNA fingerprinting. That means to solve baby switchover. One for identification and one to solve parental dispute, one to solve baby switchover in the hospital, and one to identify criminals. During murder cases or in rape cases, the culprit will be caught behind the bar because of this DNA fingerprinting. And moreover, in accidental cases such as train crash or aeroplane crash, at that time the dead bodies will be collected and it will be retrieved to the relatives based on DNA fingerprinting. Okay, in a nuclear explosion, any kind of accidental cases. Okay, and moreover, DNA fingerprinting is widely used to identify the race, whether this person is belong to Asia or not, whether he comes from India or not. We can easily assess by means of this RFLP. See, many abbreviations are used. I will repeat once again later. First, to learn the steps involved in DNA fingerprinting. The first step is the first The first step is collection of sample. Collection of sample. What kind of sample must be collected? The sample must have nucleus, because we need DNA. That's why DNA fingerprinting can be possible if we collect the DNA. Okay, then the word fingerprinting is generally given because in modern days the criminals are identified based on the marks which are present on glass, walls, doors, etc. Once again, these CBI officer used to give the glasses, come and have tea, and when the suspected go away, they put powder and identify the prints, because they believe prints are not same for all. In the same way, there are many techniques by using biometry. Even in certain cloth center, you might have observed, people used to stand before the computer. It identifies their what we call pupil. Okay, iris it identify how it has been folded. It is unique. And then thumb impression in certain institutions, and in palm greaves. Lines are there now in aeronautics and all other in nuclear building infrastructures where the palm lines are used to identify. These are all called biometric. Recently added, that is palette. Ridges and furrows are not unique, not same for all. Okay. Collection of sample is done. The cells with nucleus, such as bone cells, and then blood in the sense it has got 4 components: RBC, WBC, platelets and plasma. What they will collect? They will collect nucleated part, that is leukocytes, and then semen, and then air bulb, skin, etc. Okay, they collect the cells that have nucleus. Will be easy for conduction of DNA fingerprinting. Okay, go to the next, second one. Second, after collection of cell, what they will do? They will isolate the DNA. The DNA isolation. How the DNA is isolated? Isolation of DNA. DNA is separated from the cell by means of refrigerated centrifugation. That means they spin the cells in the what we call dense liquid. At that time DNA will be settled at the bottom. Now we got DNA. If the DNA collected, if having very less quantity, if the collected DNA is less, if the DNA collected is less than 1 microgram, then DNA must be enlarged. The quantity of DNA must be increased. DNA quantity is increased by means of amplification. What do you mean by amplification? Increasing the length of the DNA by means of heat and cool treatment. Look here, if the DNA is having double stranded, it is subjected to denaturation. Denaturation means it is subjected to heat. If it is heated for about around 95 degrees, the DNA strands get separated. Again it is cooled. It is cooled. Cooling of DNA is called annealing. Separation of DNA strand because of heat is called denaturation. Now during cooling for about 55 degrees centigrade. During the cooling, we have to add the primers. What are primers? Remember here, 3 prime end is present, here 5 prime end is present, then new strand will be synthesized in 5 to 3 direction. Okay, that we have learnt in DNA replication. The enzymes which will work at high temperature are nothing but polymerase enzyme which has been collected from the bacteria which lives in hot springs. Okay, thermos aquaticus. So name of the enzyme is by first letter of the genus and 2 letters of the starting species name. That's by top. This enzyme works at high temperature. Then moderate temperature is maintained for about difference 40 degree difference, minimum 20. That means 95 minus 20. The optimum 75 degree is maintained to obtain multiple copies of DNA. Remember, if the collected DNA is less in quantity, it will be increased by means of amplification. The earlier DNA, if it is less and the length of the DNA is increased, and then we can get many copies of the DNA can be obtained. Okay, next, after getting DNA, then fourth one, DNA is made into many pieces. DNA are made into many pieces. Many pieces are obtained by applying enzyme. What kind of enzyme? This breaking down process is called fragmentation. The DNA which is obtained from the sample will be broken down, fragmentation, by means of restriction endonuclease. Proper enzyme is used to break up DNA. Now the heap of DNA is present. From this group or a bulk of DNA, we have to separate DNA fragments uniformly. Uniform separation of DNA fragments is by gel electrophoresis. Electrophoresis. What do you mean by electrophoresis? On applying electric current, the DNA pieces are uniformly distributed. Again, it requires a tray. In this tray, generally the medium that is taken is agarose gel. In this agarose gel, earlier it will be in the form of liquid form. As it cools down, it becomes slab-like, ice slab-like structure. Later it becomes wax-like and become hard. In this, the grooves are made. In these grooves, the DNA are poured. And the gel in a tray is connected to negative and positive node. Where exactly the DNA moves? Because DNA is a negatively charged structure, it moves to positively charged structure. Towards anode it will be moved based on its density. Based on its density it will move. Some will move very foreign, that means they are light. Some will settle at the beginning, consider them they are dense. What is gel electrophoresis? Gel electrophoresis is done only to separate DNA fragments in a uniform manner. Again, the sixth step, that is, if the DNA fragments are double-stranded, consider for my convenience what I will write. I will write 2 double-stranded units. Because I can't write 6, 7, 8 because space is very less. Okay. The DNA double-stranded structure is made single-stranded by applying alkali solution. By using alkali solution, the double-stranded DNA is converted into single-stranded DNA. How many copies are obtained? Again, remember here, the 4 strands are obtained. In the beginning I wrote 2. On application of alkali solution, I will get 4 strands. Okay, after obtaining this one, 7, DNA strands are separated by breaking hydrogen bond. Next one, seventh one, very next to this, we have to separate the DNA fragment on a nylon sheet. A sheet. Remember, nitrocellulose sheet or a nylon sheet is used. Process of separation of DNA from the gel. This separation technique is first identified by scientist Sudran. So this is called Sudran blotting technique. Blot. If the ink falls on your notes, what you will do? You just roll chalk piece or you just touch cotton cloth to absorb. Yes, okay. DNA, single-stranded structures are separated from the gel. Separation of DNA is called Sudran separation, Sudran blotting. In the same way, there are different types such as Northern blotting, separation of RNA. Okay, and then Western blot, that means the separation of protein particles. Then Eastern blotting means the process of separation of protein after translation. The post-translational proteins are separated and that is called Eastern blot. Remember, for all what we call names, there is a meaning. Okay, Southern blot, Northern blot, and then Western blot, Eastern blot. Okay, next one. Now the DNA is separated on the cloth, what we call nitrocellulose sheet. On sheet we separated DNA. Now it is time to conduct hybridization. What exactly the hybridization mean? Hybridization refers to these are unknown DNA pieces are matched or binded with the known sequence of DNA. Remember, the known nitrogen base sequence of DNA which contains C will be poured and some are having T will be poured. That means they will bind with other DNA strand. That indicates they have complementary bases over there, and then some of the strands with G series will be added. That indicates these are the strands which can be easily identified by their emission of light. How they emit light? Because they are covered with radioactive substance. Radio labeled, the known sequence of DNA pieces are poured on DNA strands. If it matches with particular nitrogen base based on base bearing rule, then it will be considered as hybridization. Why we call hybrid? Because natural DNA and artificial DNA are matched. Consider here some of the DNA. Artificially produced DNA which are radio labeled, they are considered as DNA probes. Remember, what do you mean by probe? The known sequence of DNA pieces which are radio labeled are poured on nitrocellulose sheet. Next one. It binds with the probe. Now, at certain reasons, the natural DNA is binded with artificial DNA. That's why it is called hybrid. One is known and one is not known. Hybridization. After hybridization, if it exposed to X-ray sheet at controlled condition, then it will give the picture. It will burn the sheet. Observe, if you have taken X-ray sheet, how the X-ray is done? They ask you to keep your hand at particular region. and they provide X-ray sheet. After your organ, there will be a sheet. It is called X-ray sheet. In all reason it will be burnt, but at particular reason it do not burn. Then your hand looks like a white patches, and that white area is not come in contact with X-ray. In the previous decade, you might have observed the photo negatives. You can't identify very easily, but it will be the white patch like structure. But on developing, you can get photocopy. In the same way, X-ray sheets are exposed over hybridized DNA. Because of this radio-labeled probes, the light will burn the X-ray sheet. This is called autoradiography. Autoradiography. Very simple. Here, if the burning, that means burnt lines are there. Here some thin line. So here nothing. Here like that. The different in a straight line to write to compare. Okay. For my convenient, I wrote like this. Then many such bands are seen on X-ray sheet because of radio labeled units. The last one, comparison. Comparison. Just remember, this is the DNA fingerprinting of the individual who is suspected. That means they might have stolen certain gold ornaments. If the same two suspects are subjected to DNA fingerprinting, just remember only the DNA fingerprint of one matches with that and other do not match. Sample 1, sample 2, and this is DNA fingerprinting done from the crime area or crime scene. Who is identified as criminal? The person's DNA fingerprinting matches with the DNA fingerprinting got from crime region will be identified as criminal. So like this, many individuals are brought for DNA fingerprinting. The DNA fingerprinting whose sheet matches with the crime region, he will be identified. Okay, thank you. Just I will move this side and take a snapshot to remember the steps. Okay, just observe the scientist, Alec Jeffrey. This scientist has come up with how to identify individual from the useless, that means from introns. He separated certain segments and identified individual. That means the mainly concentrated on mini satellites. Okay, the base space on these satellite will be 0.1 kb to 20 kb. Okay, in India, Lalji Singh and V.K. Kashyap has introduced the same concept. See the difference here. The DNA fingerprinting which has been identified from crime area is the first DNA fingerprinting. Those three are suspect 1, suspect 2, suspect 2. Can you tell me which one matches correctly? The correctly matching DNA fingerprinting may be suspect 2. Okay, like this DNA fingerprinting helps in identifying individual who has committed criminal or who has to be identified during the death case will be useful. Okay, then go to next slide. That is Again, the same steps have given. Sample has to be taken and from the DNA has to be isolated. DNA is subjected to be amplification and fragmentation. Then gel electrophoresis. Next, southern blotting. After making the single strand, then autoradiography and then comparison. Okay, next one. Say here is a one more slide we have got, that is victim and the crime scene. The DNA fingerprinting obtained from crime scene. Okay, many suspects have been identified. There are 3 suspects. Suspect 1, suspect 2 is there. The crime scene DNA fingerprint matches with this person. That means he must be the criminal for this kind of act. And then one more, the crime scene 2 reveals one more DNA fingerprint, and here it matches with the person who has died. Any death case occur, the DNA fingerprinting of the forensic, what we call the evidence which reveals. Okay, let us go to the questions. Let us start with the question oriented from DNA fingerprinting. Okay, matching DNA sequence of criminal with suspect is known as. Okay, what kind of the sample, the technique. The sample we brought and conducted a test. What kind of that test? DNA fingerprinting. Okay, obviously amplification. That means it will not be the answer because amplification means increasing the size. Okay, DNA resolution. So it is not correct. Gene mapping. That means the exact location of gene can be identified by means of gene mapping. So exact answer is option D. Okay, DNA fingerprinting technique was developed by, just only you learnt. What will be the answer? The answer must be Alec Jeffrey has introduced. Then, which cannot be used for DNA fingerprinting in human. During collection of sample, I told many sample, out of that leukocytes, they have nucleus. Exactly, this will be the answer for the exact sample. But the question is, which cannot be used for DNA fingerprinting? Leukocytes is used because it contains nucleus. Erythrocyte, RBCs. In case of human being, mature RBC do not contain nucleus. It is enucleated. Yes, it should not be used. Hair bulbs. If you pick a hair, then obviously you will see the basal part that contains the cells and then nucleus. Hair bulbs are taken as a sample. Sperms, exactly. The germ cells are also have got nucleus because they contain haploid nucleus. All except erythrocyte cannot be used for DNA fingerprinting. The option B is the right. Okay, go to the next question. Fourth, DNA fingerprinting in forensic science was pioneered in India. Again, the same scientist. That's why, while going through the questions, in the beginning itself you get synopsis. Alec Jeffrey I told for the beginner, and then it is pioneered. That means those who started the same technique in India. Option J.C. Bose. What is the contribution of J.C. Bose? He is also an Indian scientist, but he is familiar for pulsatory movement. Pulsatory movement. Okay, that means the cells will bulb and then it decreases its in size and donate the water. That means during ascent of sap we used to study. That means plant-water relationship he has contributed. And he is the first person who used to say the plants also have got life, the scientist. But he is not pioneered DNA fingerprinting in India. Hargobind Khorana. Hargobind Khorana, he comes while studying genetic code. He conducted an experiment to synthesize protein with a copolymer and heteropolymers. Okay, he arranged many nucleotide sequence to consider as a triplet and is synthesized. Okay, after the study of Marshall Nirenberg, okay, Hargobind Khorana is a familiar for synthesis of protein by the mRNA, which contain similar nucleotide sequence, and in some others experiment he conducted an experiment by using different nucleotides to synthesize protein. Okay, Swaminathan, where he is famous? Swaminathan is famous in introducing the wheat variety in India. Wheat variety in India, so that is considered as father of green revolution in India. Okay, for the world, for the whole world, who introduced the Mexican variety of wheat? That is nothing but Borlaug. Okay, remember Laljit Singh. Along with this Laljit Singh, V.K. Kashyap are also involved in generating DNA fingerprinting in India. So question number 5. One of the following is the major requirement for DNA fingerprinting. Okay, what exactly required? Electron microscope. Microscope is not required. Then ELISA. What exactly this? It is an assay. That means series of experiments which will be conducted in order to detect the AIDS. That means presence of HIV will be identified by this technique. Elaboration: enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. You studied that one in the chapter 8. Human welfare unit you studied. Okay, then LC. LC is nothing but issues, ethical, legal and social issues. How it gets solved? It gets solved. Many scientists, they come up with their altered genes. That means tomato generally gives good taste, but they introduced a very bitter taste, very spicy taste, but it is not ethical. Ethically it is not good. Always we think tomato means a good taste. Okay, suddenly they may alter the genes for a tiger which will sounds like a cat. It has to roar. Is it? And in the same way, social issues may arise if we alter the genes, and we may alter the blinking speed of a man. That's why Human Genome Project is forcefully stopped. Some have identified certain genes which will be denoting the kind of disorders. Okay, by knowing all those things, they started selling the secrets of Human Genome Project. That's why it has been stopped. ELISA, it is a technique to identify HIV. LC, ethical, legal and social issues which may come from the genetic engineering is controlled by certain committee. Okay, all these three are not required. Okay, DNA fragments are uniformly distributed by means of electrophoresis. Consider this is a DNA which is having more dense and it is lightweight. Very lighter. Like this, DNA fragments, they uniformly distributed. The scientific separation of DNA fragment based on their density, based on their weight. Weightful DNA will settle at the ring and DNA sieve. That means that what we call, it will pass through a tiny pores present in a gel, agarose gel. So it moves towards positive node. Okay, the gel electrophoresis is the technique. It is the major requirement for DNA fingerprinting. Okay, next question. Transfer of DNA bands from agarose gel into nitrocellulose. Again, you learn. That's why what I told, once if you learn the synapses, it is easy to solve the question. DNA separation from the gel. Again, tell me what exactly the answer. Southern blotting technique. What they have given? Southern transfer. Okay, go for the next. The separation of DNA from the medium, northern blotting technique where RNAs are separated, and then western protein particles, and then eastern transfer, post-translatory protein are separated. The group of protein after the translation are separated from the medium, and this is called eastern transfer. Okay, go to the next question. Arrange the steps involved in the process of DNA fingerprinting technique in sequential order. For that you remember all the steps. Once I will write collection of sample collection. This time they have given 4, sometimes they give 5, 6, better remember all the steps. Sample collection, and then after sample collection what has to be there, and separation of DNA from the cell, isolation of DNA, then PCR technique, or it is called amplification, and then fourth one, after increasing the DNA size, fragmentation, then fifth one, electrophoresis, and then after electrophoresis the DNA strands are separated, double stranded strands of DNA are made into single strand of DNA. That means treatment with alkali solution, alkali treatment. Then seventh one, southern blotting technique, and then eighth one, when they separate DNA strands on the nitrocellular sheet, then they pour the known sequence of DNA, hybridization. Then ninth one, autoradiography. After pouring the known sequence of DNA to the naturally sampled, the DNA strand, that is, one is natural, another one is the synthesized, they get paired, that is why it is called hybridization. The 10th one, comparison is the last step. Comparison. Okay, now mark. Comparison is there, here 1, then hybridization is there, number 2, and then autoradiography is there, that is 3, and then southern blotting technique is there, that is 4th one. Then which is the arrangement? They have given 1, 2, 3, 4, wrong. 3, 4, 1, 2, wrong. 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, no. 4, 2, 3, 1, yes. This is the exact answer. 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. That means we have to arrange in a sequential order. They may give from the beginning, they may give different steps which are involved in the DNA fingerprinting. Don't worry, you remember the steps and then you plank it for a proper sequence. 8th one. DNA fingerprinting in forensic science was pioneered in India by Lalji. Same question came. 9th one. During DNA fingerprinting, the separation of DNA fragment is done by, how to separate the DNA fragment? DNA fragments can be separated. The fragments of DNA are separated, fragment, that means broken DNA, are separated based on the charge. DNA is negative charge, so that electrophoresis is the right answer. Then what about others? Autoradiography, developing the X-ray sheet by exposing the X-ray sheet to radio-labeled DNA probes, and then denaturation, the heating treatment for DNA to separate the strands, hybridization, the making, pairing of DNA strands by means of artificial DNA strand with naturally separated DNA strand. Electrophoresis, the same. That means uniform distribution or separation of DNA fragments is nothing but gel electrophoresis. More question you will learn in biotechnology units. Okay, 10th one. Remember, DNA fingerprinting can be used. Just remember the application so that you can solve. Okay, read one by one. To solve parental dispute, yes, it is right. Then for identification of criminal, yes, criminals can be easily identified. For personal identification of individual, that is also an application of DNA fingerprinting. Next, to study evolution, yes, you can study the evolution. How the mutants, because of continuous exposure to different, the internal as well as external changing factors. Okay, next, for sex determination, sex cannot be determined by knowing the small segment of DNA. Sex can be determined in case of human being by observing size, shape of the Y chromosome. Yes, then now the answer 1, 2, 3 only wrong, 3, 4, 5 no wrong, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Yes, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Option C is the right answer. I have given a general idea about DNA fingerprinting. Okay, then come up with the next question. 11. The proof for DNA as the genetic material came from the experiment. Okay, let me to remember all the experiments. How many experiments you learned? We learned 3 experiments. Name them. First is Griffith experiment. Second one, after Griffith, Oswald T. Avery experiment. Oswald T. Avery, what he did? He confirmed transformation principle. What Griffith did? Griffith started injecting living strain to the mouse. Living S, at that time he died, and then he injected living R. Living S, living R to the mouse, not died. And then when he injected heat killed S to the mouse, it do not died. But the mouse died when he mixed heat killed S along with living R. This is the what experiment. But he conducted this experiment by using the sample Streptococcus pneumonia. Okay. By autopsy, he identified the death of the mouse is because it has been suffered from pneumonia, and identified existence of S strain bacteria. Autopsy means dissecting and observing the part of the tissue. Okay, he given the term transformation. What exactly the transformation? Transformation, nothing but change in the genetic material of an organism. Where the change has occurred? The change has occurred in the R strain bacteria. R has converted into S because of entry of genes from its surrounding medium. The heat killed S might have given fragments in this surrounding medium, might have entered. But here they got doubt. What they got doubt? They got doubt what kind of chemical might have entered from heat killed S bacteria into the R. They got doubt on protein, RNA as well as DNA, carbohydrate and lipid. They have got doubt. Okay, then the protein cannot change the culture containing R strain bacteria, and RNA also not changed, not conducted transformation in the medium containing living R. Only the DNA, which has been separated from the heat killed S, has changed the medium containing living R into S. That is why DNA is the genetic material. But it is not a final proof. It is a proof to tell DNA is the genetic material, but it is not strongly accepted. But strongly accepted concept is Hershey and Chase. Martha Chase, Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase, they given a solid proof. That's why it is called unequivocal proof. The voice, the strong voice which told DNA is the genetic material. How they identified? Again, they allowed viruses for the treatment. Certain viruses are treated with S35, some are treated with P32. P32 are incorporated in DNA, but S35 is incorporated in the protein. That means they are not radioactive material. These S35 and P32 isotopes are meant for checking the density. They are density gradient. Okay. Then here the radioactive materials are not found in the bacteria, but here radioactive materials are found in the bacteria as phosphorus are incorporated in the DNA of virus and get incorporated in the bacteria. Here only the protein code which is present in the supernatant. Supernatant has got radioactive material, but here supernatant has not got radioactive material. That means the very strong proof for DNA as a genetic material was given by Hershey and Chase. Okay, I observe the option. He has been given in 17. Griffith, not Argovin Khurana. Then Avery MacLeod and McCarthy. They just identify the transformation principle, not strongly told. Hershey and Chase is the right answer. Okay, go with the next question. 12. If there are 999 bases in an RNA, okay, what process they are discussing? They are discussing translation. Translation. What exactly the translation refers to? Translation refers to the biosynthesis of protein. Biosynthesis of protein by the arrangement of amino acids according to the codon which are present on mRNA. First codon, second codon, third codon, fourth codon, fifth codon, sixth codon, like this the series goes on. Okay, based on the codon present on mRNA, the amino acids are also arranged. Arrangement of amino acid, it is interpreted by the arrangement of codons. What they are telling? They are telling 900, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. There are 999 bases, okay, in RNA that code for a protein with 333 amino acid. 333 amino acid. Okay. Why they are telling so? Because the three bases will form one codon. Then how many codons are there? 333 codons are there. That is why it arranges 333 amino acid. Okay, it is correct. This much of codons are there and this much of amino acids are arranged. Okay, next. And the base at position 901 is deleted. Just remember, I have wrote 9. Then, if there is a deletion, consider this one as a 900 and this one has a 901. How many are there? 999. Still there are 99 are there. That means 99. One is removed. That means 98 they come back. Okay. How many codons are there for 99? Again, divide by 3. 3. There are next 33 codons are there after 900 position. After 900, There are still 99 are there on mRNA. The length of the RNA becomes 998. Okay, after removal of one bases from 99, 98 will be there. How many codons will be altered? How many codons are there? Just now only I told there are 33 codons are there. They get altered. They get altered. So the answer will be 33. Same question given in 17. Okay, 13. Spliceosome. Just remember what exactly the spliceosome. Splicing just refers to observe the mRNA. mRNA has got nucleotide sequence. This nucleotide sequence, mRNA with 5' to 3'. In case of prokaryote, mRNA is ready for translation. But in case of eukaryote, mRNA has got different reason. That's why it is called split gene. mRNA in case of eukaryote, it has got meaningful reason such as exon, and it has got meaningless reason called intron. And in the post transcription, these introns has to be removed. Exons are the coding region, that means they synthesize protein, and these regions which do not synthesize protein are called intron. The intron must be removed. Introns must be removed. Intron. After the removal of intron, what will happen? Only the strand that will contains exon. Only exon containing mRNA will synthesize protein. This we learned in post transcription. Then what will be the answer? The process of removal of intron is called splicing. Okay, then the enzyme which are involved in breaking down of mRNA and removal of introns and joining of exon, it is called spliceosome. Spliceosome. Okay, spliceosomes, remember, just observe the option and identify the prokaryote. In prokaryote, this process is not at all present. Observe fungi, it is a eukaryote, spliceosome is present. Animals, exactly, it is present. And then bacteria, they are prokaryotes. Spliceosomes are not found. And plants, then exons and introns are separated. Split genes are present in eukaryote. Then which is the prokaryote? Just identify, and that is the answer. Okay, go with the next. 14th. The molecule that can act as a genetic material must fulfill. How you remember this property? There is a clue. You remember. A molecule is said to be genetic material. It must follow the 4 conditions. These conditions are nothing but RMMS. Okay, it must replicate, and then it must follow the Mendelian concept, and it must undergo mutation, and it must be stable. Then only it is considered as genetic material. That's why nucleic acids are considered as genetic material. Because as DNA is concerned, it replicates by itself, it shows Mendelian. That means some of the genes which may express or which may not express, which expresses with a small amount of protein, that may be the recessive factor. Okay, mutation, it undergoes sudden change. That means alteration in nucleotide sequence, and it is very stable. That's why the molecule that can act as a genetic material must fulfill the traits given below, except, that means the wrong one we have to select. It should be able to express itself and show Mendelian character. Right option. It should be able to generate replica, and it should be unstable structurally. Unstable property is not given. Then it should provide scope for slow changes. Slow changes means mutation that may be required for evolution. The last question, the sea urchin DNA. That means, what do you mean by sea urchin? Sea urchin is a mollusca member. Okay, and then an organism which is double-stranded. The DNA is double-stranded. Okay, 17% of the bases are shown to be cytosine. C, 70%. How to calculate the percentage of other bases? All the bases such as A, G, C, T constitute 100%. Total amount of the bases, there is a rule that means Chargaff rule. Irving Chargaff rule says the total amount of purine is exactly equal to total amount of pyrimidine. Here identify pyrimidine. There are different methods. Once I have given a blind method, that means which has been asked, the opposite of this base. That means G will always contain 70. Then opposite means A or T. Subtract by 50. 50 by 17. Exactly the answer will be 33. Okay, just identify that option. Or you may calculate properly. A has to be detected, G 17 and C given 17, and then write it as A because T is exactly equal to A. Okay, 100, and then now 2A, A has to be detected, 100 minus 17 and 17, 17 into 2, 34, 2A is equal to 100 minus 30, 70, that minus 4, 66. Okay, remember, A value will be 66 by 2, that means 33. Okay, then T also will have 33%. Now identify A 33 and then T 33 and then G 17 and then C 17. See, they only given G 17, A 33, T 33. Okay, this is the right. G 8.5. Okay, that fraction won't come. Okay, anyhow, got the answer. This has been asked in the NEET exam, that is ought to be conducted, but it has been cancelled because of unknown reason, because of calamity, I think. Okay, thank you, and be prepared for tomorrow's class with proper synopsis. Let us go from the beginning. Okay, from DNA structure itself, let us start. Okay, thank you so much.